city, there's cameras everywhere, right? There's blue light cameras, there's Ring doorbell cameras, you're on video.
The fact is that you shot the man.
This is Christopher Williams, a killer dumb enough to walk right in front of surveillance cameras before and after taking the life of 26-year-old Kenneth Johnson, a murder he now thinks he can talk himself out of.
I didn't shoot this man. I ain't do nothing to that man, period.
But what Chris and his 2 brain cells don't know is that surveillance footage is only the tip of the iceberg, because with the evidence he has left behind, detectives are about to discover that Kenneth was never his only victim.
They started saying that not only did you shoot Nana's baby's dad, but that you were laying low from shooting Marcus Bennett.
It just seems that wherever you're around, somebody seems to drop dead.
You're getting charged with 2 murders tonight.
It was a warm summer night on August 9th, 2022. In the quiet neighborhood of Rochester's Roycroft Drive, 26-year-old Kenneth Johnson Jr., a beloved son, brother, and father, was spending the evening with friends and family, completely unaware of the tragedy that was about to occur. Around 10:30 p.m., Rochester police responded to multiple 911 calls reporting a shooting on the city's north side. When officers arrived, they found Kenneth in the backyard of his home with a gunshot wound to the chest. Although he was rushed to hospital, he would not survive his injuries. And back at the scene, detectives had already begun taking statements from witnesses who saw the shooting, with one name being brought up consistently: Christopher Williams. According to them, Christopher had argued with Kenneth, which spun out of control as he pulled a gun and shot him in the chest.
Not only that, but surveillance cameras in the area captured him walking along Roycroft Drive toward Carter Street right around 10:30 p.m., placing him in the neighborhood at the same time Kenneth was shot. With this lead, investigators immediately began looking into who exactly this mystery suspect was. Just weeks earlier, on July 16, 2022, 47-year-old Marcus Bennett was shot and killed during a backyard gathering on 6th Street in Rochester. And just like in Kenneth's case, every witness identified Chris as the one responsible for that shooting. At the time, he was also already wanted for a parole violation, and within 24 hours after Kenneth's murder, the U.S. Marshals Violent Felony Fugitive Task Force tracked him down in Irondequoit and took him into custody without incident. And while there was no question that he was the one who did it, detectives were left stumbling to find out why. Why take the lives of 2 innocent family men? Was it just a petty squabble, or something far worse?
So something happened yesterday at your sister's house that we're investigating, and we were trying to determine if you were there when this happened. That's what we're...
What happened?
Well, so that's what I'm trying to figure out, like, if you were... Who else was there that you remember being there at the house on Roycroft?
It was just me and my nephews.
Okay. When you say your nephews, like, what are their names?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Like,
Or they have nicknames?
Like, see, like this is what I'm saying, sir, right?
mm-hmm.
Because y'all asking me their names, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, yeah, I'll be. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to
figure out.
Listen, I'm a straight shooter, man. I'm not gonna bullshit you. So we obviously we've talked. So the thing is, I'm asking you about your family's names because we talked to your family, we talked to your nephew. So, and then there was some guy named something like that, and then there's nephew, the niece, you know, so all these people, you know, and then so anyway, what we're getting at is, you know, something happened, but what I think might have happened might be explainable in some aspects by what happened to your face. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you necessarily were the primary aggressor or started the problem, but there was a problem that occurred, and I think that you were the victim of that problem, and then something got out of hand, and that's what we're trying to figure out what happened. Okay.
Shit, I ain't do nothing.
So, but let's talk about what happened to your eye, because somebody punched you in the eye over on Roycroft, right?
No.
Okay. All right. So what?
No, I never told you nobody punched me on Roycroft.
Oh, okay, but
I said that.
No,
I told you
I
I
guess.
don't know who hit me, and I said I don't know
Yeah.
where I got hit.
Yeah, no, I got you. You're right. You're right. That is what you said.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, you're right. That's what you said. I understand.
Yeah, like I said, I talked to that dude one time my whole life. You know what I'm saying? He'd be in the house, he'd be upstairs. I don't even know him.
Is he?
I don't know him. He just stay in the room.
So, when you left there, do you remember if it was light or dark out?
You said if it was light.
Yeah, was it nighttime when you left?
Nighttime, it was a little. It was dark, but I walked too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I left my car there and I walked. I don't.
Was that because you were drinking,
Yeah.
or why did you leave your car?
Nah, because when I drink like that, I can't drive.
Yeah.
I walk. That's my area. You know.
Yeah.
I got a family.
Did you walk all the way home to Titus Avenue from Roycroft, or how did you get?
I walk.
You walked?
Just walk.
Yeah. So nobody like you have a good relationship with her, right?
It's all right. It's not. We not there. You know, it's all right.
What about your nephew?
Those my nephew. You know?
Yeah. Niece, you have a good relationship with her?
All of them. All of my nieces.
I mean, none of those people would have any reason to like make up stories or anything like that, right, about you?
They wouldn't.
So, like, if they were saying something, if they told us something, then they probably are telling us the truth, right? Because they're not going to make up.
One thing I know that they ain't say I did anything, because I didn't do nothing. So I know that's what they did not tell you. So.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, you know, that's not. But that's not. You say it with a lot of confidence, but that's not the case, though. So they did talk to us, and they did tell us what happened.
Now, this might sound confusing, but Kenneth was Chris's half-sister's baby daddy and lived in the same house as Chris's sister. But messy family dynamics aside, almost every single witness in both shootings told the same story, that there was an argument and it ended with Chris shooting both men. And very soon, Chris is about to find out that not only were witnesses involved, but he was caught on surveillance cameras in Kenneth's neighborhood too.
Let me put it this way, okay? It's not a what happened or a who or a what. That's, you know, we're kind of past that stage. It's more of a how did it get to that point and what and a why. And one of the things that they did say, okay, is that the guy punched you and he knocked you out. And he was coming after you again. And he was gonna punch you again. Okay. And I can tell from your eye that you definitely got rocked. I mean, it wasn't like a slap.
Yeah,
so,
but what I'm telling you is, sir, I ain't do nothing to that man. Yeah, period. And they ain't say I did nothing to him. I ain't do nothing to that man.
Well why are what? But okay.
See,
I respect what you're saying.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you, right? Because, like, I'm telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't do nothing to that man, right? So, and then you saying past this stage, that stage, I ain't do nothing to that man. And then you saying they say he knocked me out or this, that, and third. I don't know nothing about that. That's what they told you. I don't know nothing about that. But I know I ain't do nothing to him.
You're saying you did somebody else?
What I'm saying, I didn't do nothing to that man. You know, so that's just period.
Are you saying that you don't know about him knocking you down and hitting you?
Sir, what I'm saying is I didn't do nothing to that man.
No, I understand that, and I understand what you're saying in that aspect. That is clear. What I'm asking you is, do you recall him punching you and knocking you down?
Sir, I told you I don't know who hit me. I don't remember getting hit.
Why do you think your sister would tell us that, you know, Kenneth punched you in the kitchen? And your nephews? What do we think the reason would be for telling us that?
I don't know.
Are they usually truthful people?
I don't know, sir.
Well, they're your family.
Yeah.
You hang out with them a lot, right?
Yeah. But
They love you, right?
I ain't doing nothing to that man.
So let me ask you something.
Well, we're asking if he did something to you. That's what we're asking.
Sir, I've been saying this since the beginning. I've only talked to that man one time my whole life. He stays in the room when I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I told you since the beginning, I don't know who hit me. So now y'all telling me that my people told y'all he hit me in the kitchen.
So
I don't remember getting hit.
I'm not trying to upset you, okay? But I want to point something out to you, okay? And I just want you to follow along with me, okay? You have drawn a conclusion in our conversation, and I've said nothing happened to any man. I never told you anything happened to a man, okay? I never said that.
So now I see why all those damn police was outside my house.
Yeah. When you walked away,
It wasn't a warrant. It wasn't a warrant.
Let me ask you this. So obviously you were drinking a lot yesterday, all right? Maybe your memory is a little foggy, but obviously the city there's cameras everywhere, right?
Yeah.
There's blue light cameras, there's Ring doorbell cameras, there's business cameras. I think there's corner store, Carter, Roycroft, right? So
stores everywhere.
Right. So obviously with something.
But listen, sir, I'm telling you, right? And you probably think.
Well, let me hear. So,
you probably think I bullshit you. What I'm telling you,
no,
I didn't even drive.
No,
I got a whole car in the driveway. I didn't even drive home because I'm too drunk. So you tell me, look, Chris, telling me.
Chris, so what I'm saying is I'm trying to help you remember a little bit by focusing.
You ain't gonna make me remember.
Well, what I'm saying is that
because I couldn't.
So I'm just telling you, like around 10:30 last night, you're walking on Roycroft towards Carter. You're on video. So I mean, is that the time? You could have been around that time when you left.
I don't know. You seen the video, right? I left. I left walking.
Were you wearing those black shorts? Yeah.
Same shit.
But you weren't wearing a shirt.
I had a white beater.
I don't think you had it when you were.
I have a shirt on?
I don't know. I don't think so. Well, here's the thing, right? People can lie, right? All the time, right? But video is kind of just
never gonna lie,
right? But video kind of just tells what it is.
Never lie. Right?
So,
video. You see me walking by myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a shirt on.
I don't think so. It's about.
That's how drunk I was.
It's about 10:30, right?
That's how drunk I was.
And you head toward Carter Street.
Walk all the way to around the court.
And then you went towards Avenue.
All the way to around the court. All the way to around the court.
So do you remember that at all? Do you remember seeing any police cars on the street going by you? Like flashing lights or anything?
No. I don't remember none of that.
No?
After listening to his torturous rambling for several minutes, the inconsistencies and his selective memory are painfully obvious. Chris claims he can't remember being punched, yet he's absolutely certain he didn't harm Kenneth, which is rich, coming from a man with a violent past.
Is it possible?
I don't know.
Have you ever been in a fight before?
Listen what I'm telling you. Plenty of fights. But what I'm telling you is, right? You telling me I had a fight with my sister. What I'm telling you, I did not have a fight with my sister.
I'm telling you that your family told us that somebody punched you in the house. Right? It's Kenneth, right? I mean, your sister, your half sister, your nephews, right? There's no reason really. I don't see any reason for them to make stuff up.
No, sir.
So
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying they making it up. What I'm telling you is, I don't.
You don't remember. What do you think caused Kenneth to come downstairs? The guy you really don't know.
Listen what I'm saying. Right? Listen. All right. Look. They saying he punched me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. He punched me. Okay. I don't remember it. But what does that mean? I didn't do nothing to him.
Well, what do you think would cause him to do that?
Listen, sir. I don't know. I'm trying to tell you. I don't remember. So you keep
was he
going
jealous
back.
of you like hanging out with Nana?
I got women, but
Well, I'm saying, was he jealous that Nana was hanging out with you drinking and he was just kind of? I mean, guys get jealous sometimes, right?
Listen to what I'm saying,
right? Was he upset about you just hanging out with this girl?
When I was over there, the man was not there. When I came over there the first time, okay? Yeah. When I came back, still didn't see him there.
Nana was Kenneth's girlfriend and the mother of his child. Witnesses said she was hanging out with Chris that night, drinking and smoking with him. Investigators believe this is what sparked Kenneth's jealousy, which led to an argument between the two men, and ultimately, Chris shooting Kenneth. The same pattern shows up in Marcus's case. Witnesses there also described a minor disagreement that escalated far beyond what it ever needed to be. In both situations, small conflicts turned deadly, and in both cases, Chris found it easier to pull the trigger than walk away.
Like you just told me how I got hit, and I'm here talking to my mom. I'm talking to my mom like, damn, how I got a black eye? I really don't know how I got it, but you told me that. I didn't even know who hit me. You told me that.
Well, you probably can feel it, right?
Oh,
It's
of
almost
course.
like- yeah.
Of course. But no,
Okay.
I'm talking about you told me who hit me. I didn't know who hit me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you talk to
But one
your
thing-
sister at all?
but one thing I'm telling you, I did not do nothing to him, and I know they did not tell you I did not tell him.
Well, that's not accurate though. Like they did say that you did something.
I ain't do nothing to him. They ain't never say that. I know they ain't tell you that because I know I ain't do nothing to him. No, I ain't do nothing to him.
Well,
They ain't tell you that. They definitely ain't tell you that, but
Well, let me ask you this: if your family members are saying that
he punched me, so that means
well,
I
no,
did
no,
something
no.
to him.
I mean, no. If your family members are saying that Kenneth punched you,
Mhm.
and the only other people there are his baby mama and his basically like his baby mama's sister and
My
her
sister-
kids, right?
Yeah.
Who else would want to hurt him there or do something to him?
Sir,
Would they do it? You think?
I don't know what happened to that man. I didn't do nothing. It's like we could keep going back, hitting the same, like, keep running around, asking me different questions about. I didn't do nothing to that man. Period. I don't know who did nothing. I don't know who did that to him. I didn't do that to him. And then I'm trying to think
All right, well,
why this man even put his hands
let
on
me
me.
ask you this: what made you leave at 10:30 then?
Huh?
What made you leave at 10:30?
It was just time for me to go.
Why that particular time?
What? I can't leave when I want to.
No, you're whatever you want.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just asking why you felt that was the time to leave.
I just felt like leaving. So that's all.
Okay.
so you were you're saying you were not present when he was shot?
Sure. What I'm saying is, right, I didn't do nothing to that man, and I don't know when that man got shot. So you could ask me that question 1,000 times.
Well, I'll tell you this,
Or,
Chris. He got shot right when you left the house, like right after that. He got shot like at 10:30. You are leaving the house, going down the block toward Carter Street.
Walking.
Yeah.
People don't, when people do shit, they don't walk.
You'd be surprised.
You
what
don't
people
walk.
do.
You don't walk.
Okay.
Come
All
on.
right. So
I'm walking.
did you hear
Hold
the
on.
gunshot when you're walking? There was a lot of gunshots. Did you hear them when you're walking away? I would have ran. I would have been scared, I guess.
Listen, you heard what you just said? You would have been scared? You would have ran, right? Listen what I'm telling you. You saying that this man just got killed. I'm walking down the street with no care in the world. If that cop would have stopped, I would have stopped. I was walking. I wasn't running. When people do shit like that, they run. I was walking down the street. Literally, just walking. No
you
shirt,
remember
no-
hearing gunshots?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. All right. So you left the house at like 10:30, and I'm telling you that he got shot at that time. So, I mean, like
What does that mean?
Out.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, the thing is too, your family said that you shot him. I mean, that's the story. So,
I mean, was it a self-defense thing? Were you
I
afraid?
didn't
Did he
shoot
have a gun?
I ain't shoot him.
have you ever had a gun before?
No.
You've never had a gun?
No.
Okay.
None of that shit is on my record.
Well, I'm not asking you if it's on your record. I'm just asking you if you've ever had a gun.
I never shot a gun, sir.
Have you ever had a gun?
Never had a gun.
Okay. Right.
So, let me lay this so we get this out and see if you can help me understand, because I'm kind of confused, right? Is it the fact that you're over at your sister's house in Roycroft drinking, right? Your whole family says, you know, there's an incident where there was a fight between you and Kenneth, right? And then we know what time the shooting happens because there's multiple shots. People call 911, and your family calls 911, right? At that same time, right after Kenneth gets shot, right, you exit the house on Roycroft.
I'm walking.
And you're walking down towards Carter when the police
Sir,
go by.
yes.
I'm just saying. So can you see why we're confused? Because you're in the house when the shooting happens.
You see a lot of weird shit in this world. Period, man.
Can you help me explain that part?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you so because
I'm listening.
there's certain shit like I told you. I didn't even know who hit me, and like that shit last night. I don't know nothing about that. First of all, I didn't know who hit me. First of all, I don't know who shot this man. I didn't shoot this man. You heard? All I know is I got hit by this man, and now he ended up dead, and now I'm in his room. Period.
All right.
I ain't do it.
Since Chris keeps repeating the same lines like a broken record, the officers decide to step out. At this point, it's clear he's not budging, so they do something Chris could never have expected. They bring in the detectives who worked Marcus's case to take over in hopes of making Chris break.
You know that's you said though, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Do you know what day this picture was?
Mm-mm.
Picture was July 16th.
Mm-hmm.
So you're over there that day. Do you remember anything going down? Any drama happening?
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, we chilling like back there. All my people back there, all we do is chill, smoke. Just like I told them, that's all we do.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Were you staying on Roycroft for any particular reason? People are saying you were kind of hanging on Roycroft just to chill over there. You're kind of ducking
see my people.
Were you ducking anything? Anything going on?
Ducking what?
Didn't you have a?
Oh, the ankle monitor. Yeah, but it ain't nothing serious.
Not serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like 20 days in jail for that.
That's it.
Yeah.
How come you cut it off?
Huh?
Why'd you cut it off?
Because it was dying, and I had to cut it off because if it dies, they're gonna send a warrant out anyways. So I wasn't
just charge it.
I couldn't. I didn't have my charger with me, so it was beeping, and you got like an hour I couldn't get, so I had to cut it off.
If you showed up at his office, at your man's office the next day, you don't think he'd have been like, all right, I get it, let me get you a new charger?
Good, but I don't know. They tricky.
Did you know a dude named Marcus?
Marcus?
Ever heard of a dude named Marcus?
Oh.
Marcus Bennett?
Oh.
Never heard that name?
Oh.
Marcus ended up getting shot there.
In the back?
Yeah,
That same day?
that same day.
Okay, I hear somebody got shot. People die all the time, like, so it's not like
Well,
I'm thinking about it. You know?
Well, that's, I guess, that's why I'm talking to you, because I did hear you, Dink, Dada, Dede,
Yeah.
the dude Marcus, Dink's girl, there's a whole bunch of people. I heard you guys were all there.
There's a lot of people.
But I heard,
Not a lot of people.
I said I heard you were there when the shooting happened.
They said I was there?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out what happened with everybody.
This is sad. Like, that's sad. Like, be honest with you, sir, I was not in that back.
At that time.
When that man got killed.
You weren't there?
No.
How
He got killed.
How do you know you weren't there?
Huh?
How do you know?
Because I didn't see him die. I didn't see him get killed. You know?
You'd remembered it?
Of course. People don't see people die every day, you know?
Yeah.
That's something serious.
Yeah.
You know?
So, Christopher, we gotta though. We need to really talk about the complete truth, right? So, we have a scenario here, really, where now you got people saying you're at two different places where people got killed. You know what I mean? And you're saying that they're all telling the truth.
Listen, sir.
Yeah.
We talked earlier, right?
Yeah.
And I was just honest on my part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you told me, I didn't even know who hit me, sir. They let me know who hit me.
Let me ask you, why don't you know who hit you?
I was drunk. I
What
don't
were you
remember.
drinking last night?
All them types of shit.
Yeah.
Beer, liquor, a lot of stuff. I'm just being honest.
Well, let me ask you something. But like this date, you were drinking too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think that maybe that do you have a problem? Do you have a problem with alcohol, or
No.
when you start drinking, things happen?
Nope.
When you're honest about things.
Yeah, and I'm being honest right now.
When you're not honest with things, so what happens? I mean, people tend to think, man, Chris is just mean. Chris is nasty. Things are
But
harder.
people ain't gonna say that about me though.
You don't think so?
No.
I've talked to, and I have
Probably
nothing to
girl.
do with that.
You probably say that. Probably say I'm a
Well,
dick.
we all have that, man, Chris.
Everybody gonna say that.
That's in everybody's life. But I'm just saying, I don't know anything about what happened last night because I wasn't there. But on this night, people said the switch just turned. You were chilling, everything was cool, and then your switch just turned. And I guess I'm curious is why that would have happened. I mean, is it alcohol related? Is it that?
Is what?
Is the situation?
What situation?
There was a hand. Your family, your own family. Everybody's out there last night.
Yeah.
That night. I wouldn't be in here talking to you.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I know, but now you're kind of grinning at it.
Because
it's not a joke.
I grin when I get.
I know, but it's not a joke.
I got anxiety and all that. Since I was a little kid, I smile when I get
when you get
upset.
nervous or upset or anxious.
Anxiety. But that's what I'm telling you. I didn't kill nobody.
Why would people say that then?
Who?
There was like
Sir,
you said, a half
We just
dozen
talked
people.
about some of the people that were there.
Sir,
I'm not trying to make you say
Listen,
something that's not true.
No,
I'm not trying to lie
can't
to
make
you.
me. Listen, because I'm not.
You.
Hey, listen, I can't. Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to trip on myself or nothing. Listen, I didn't kill in this day or that day. Period.
But why would people lie on you?
Who's people?
There's, like you said, how many people were out
So,
there?
Chris, one of the things too to think about, I want to make you aware of, I guess, is that, what happened last night was obviously a very traumatic thing for a lot of people. Okay, and there's a lot of people that talked about what happened that love you. All right, the people that
I ain't do nothing, sir.
Okay,
You know?
I'm not asking you to say anything. I just want you to hear me out for a second.
I ain't do nothing.
But people that were telling us what happened, they hold you in their heart. Like they understand, they love you, okay, but they also recognize that what happened was something of such magnitude that they needed to come forward and share what was going on because they needed to make sure it didn't happen again. And one of the things that came to light last night when we were talking to people, and it really came out right away, is they started saying that, like, not only did you shoot Nana's baby's dad last night, but that you were actually laying low and on the run from shooting Marcus Bennett. And they named him. And they named him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that
I-
really happened. That they really said it.
I think people are concerned. The people that you love and are close to, I
Sir.
think they're concerned about you, though.
Sir, I didn't kill nobody.
Right? So you're at both places.
Yeah.
People are saying that you're involved, but then you can't even say that. Well, it wasn't me. I could see why people would say it was me because it was this. You can't even say that. There's no even explanation at all.
It's not even too much about explanations that,
Well, that's
I don't have no information on it.
Well, that's where we disagree. It's important. The explanation is important. I think that's the whole, like what Seth is saying. That's the whole reason we're here is to figure out why.
Chris,
I don't know what happened to that man.
yeah, Chris, but like again though, the fact is though that and we're not.
So the fact is,
we're
I
not
didn't kill those people. No,
okay, all right. Listen.
that's the fact.
Listen though to what I want to say, okay, and then just
I'm
let it register, okay.
Mhm.
We have a situation where multiple people that know you and you know them because you even named these people yourself.
Okay.
They all are
Yes, sir.
interviewed separately.
So you've been doing this for a long time, right?
And they all have the same account.
You've been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah.
So you've done seen a lot of weird circumstances when it comes to like certain situations like this, right? And even when you think that you probably know something, then you come and find out that you wasn't right.
Okay. all I can do is as an investigator
That's
is
it.
talk to people
Investigate.
and then follow follow whatever evidence, physical evidence there is, and things like that. Okay, so talking to people is a big part of the puzzle, right?
Mm.
And so, and then what happens is ultimately, you know, those people they go in and they testify in court, right? So then it's actually a judge and a jury that's going to look and say, okay, they're going to say to themselves, all right, so persons A, B, C, D, and E all came in and said that Chris shot that man.
They wanted to know first.
But then Chris, then they're going to be like, but Chris said he didn't. So now we got to figure out who's telling the truth.
Sir, you talking about a trial right now, man. I didn't kill these people, man. And ain't no jury going to convict me on what? I didn't do anything.
For some reason, Chris seems to believe that as long as he never says the words, he can't be found guilty. That's the kind of logic you expect from a child, not a grown man. But of course, Chris is right in the middle, a man-child. And what he doesn't realize is that there's more than enough evidence to charge him, try him, and sentence him without his cooperation.
We're talking about two different situations where how could everybody be so confused and messed up in both scenarios? You know what I mean? How could it be that people that you know and love are saying that you are the shooter on this day, and then they're also saying you're the shooter on this day? And it's like, how did that happen on two different? It's like 2 different days, you know. And so it's like, are they that mistaken on two different occasions? You know, you know what I mean? And then we're talking about different people too, because there's different people present at, you know, the two situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you have, it's like not like the same exact person or people that are conspiring against you. It's like you have two separate sets of witnesses that on this day name you, and then on this day name you, and so that's almost hard to believe that many people are wrong about these two scenarios.
People lie all the time.
What would be the motive to lie? We talked about that earlier.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the way you talking, you making me like you know that I did it. I didn't do it.
Well, what I'm telling you is that I'm telling you what other people are telling us.
But what I'm telling you is I don't care what other people saying. Like, I don't care what they talking about. I didn't do that.
You kind of should. That's how the world works. I mean, people. That's how everything works. It's all about communication. People communicate.
This is serious. You know what I'm saying? This is serious. You know, so this is serious, man.
So it is serious, and I just think it'd be better if you looked at it the same way and how serious it is, rather than saying I didn't do it, which is not even like I mean, it's completely not believable. I mean, we have to kind of get over that and understand that, like, it did happen.
I didn't kill those people.
Okay.
And then you saying that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, they died. That mean I did it? No.
Well, out of so you talked to everybody there, but you're the only person that was there that says that they have no idea what happened. Isn't that kind of weird? Everybody else has an account for what happened, right, wrong, or different. Everybody can say I was here doing this, doing that. In both these scenarios, the only thing you could tell us is I didn't do it. Where were you, or what happened, or what did you see? What did you feel? What was going on?
I told him I can't even remember. I didn't even know who hit me.
Last night.
Yeah, I didn't even know who hit me.
Mm-hmm. What about in this scenario?
I told you I wasn't back there when that happened. I wasn't back there when he got killed.
But if other people said you were, then they're lying.
Yeah. Hell yeah, they lying.
And then you know how much your sister loves you, I'm sure, right? You were at her house.
Yeah.
Okay. And your family would have no reason to blurt out last night that you killed Marcus Bennett. Right? I mean,
how come they knew his name?
Yeah, they knew his name.
I don't know how they know his name.
But you guys aren't related.
I don't know.
You and Marcus aren't related at all.
I don't even know that man. I never seen that man. Y'all telling me
if I showed you a picture of that guy, would you maybe?
Still wouldn't. I never heard that name before.
So you don't even want to see a picture of him?
No, because I know I don't know him.
I mean,
how do you know you don't know if you haven't seen him?
You can show me a picture. Okay. I know it just by the name. See, I understand. Like y'all got a job, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is your job, so
Yeah.
you gotta do your
It's
job.
not personal, man.
No, I know that.
It's not.
I know. Listen,
I'm not being rude
one of
to
my
you.
favorite shows is First 48.
Is
So
it?
I know how this shit go already. You know,
Yeah.
like I've been in prison already. Like, all that, you know what I'm saying? So I understand.
For
Like,
arson?
y'all got to do that. Yeah, I did 7 years. Attempted.
Was it a Molotov cocktail?
No. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
So if you understand how this goes, do you understand where this is going?
yeah,
Where's it going?
nowhere.
Okay.
No.
So listen, it is going somewhere. All right. You're getting charged with 2 murders tonight.
We got to base our investigation on what people tell us. You know what I mean? And that's the point, is that we do have people who've made statements and have not only said you're there, but you did it. And that's what we.
I ain't do it.
I understand that's what you're. And you have the right to say that. And that is your right. But again, the only reason we're spending time talking to you isn't to find out really if you did or didn't do it. Because if we didn't have any idea, we wouldn't be talking. It'd be too early. There'd be no point in talking to you. We just kind of want to find out, like Seth said earlier, just like why. Because the important part is why. Because there's 2 sides to every
I
story.
didn't do it.
All right. Well, that's your side.
And that's what you said. So we acknowledge that you're saying you didn't do it. I'm, being straightforward with you. The evidence in both cases is strong, and you're going to get charged with murder in both cases.
You said the evidence is strong.
Yeah. So you're gonna get charged. Well, you're gonna get charged with last night's, and then
we were. It's not, I mean, you're on Roycroft. We didn't know.
Yeah.
But we were looking for you. I mean, Patrol's been looking for you. We want to talk to you since this happened. I mean, I'm telling you, like literally, like why would someone on a 911 call, Chris Williams, just shot that boy? Why they don't make? It's too fast to make that up. That's just too fast.
Like I said, I ain't do it.
All right.
all right.
No,
So
and I understand that.
and that's
It
and
is what it is.
we're I mean we're not. You don't have to
Just going off
I'm not offended.
hearsay. How you got strong evidence? Going off of
No,
hearsay.
hearsay. No, hearsay is if somebody told me that somebody said this.
Yeah.
That's not what's happening. People that are eyewitnesses to what
people
happened
that were at the event, people that were
are
there,
saying that you did it.
Yeah.
And
have gone and effectively signed paper, done identification,
sworn depositions and all that. So you are getting arrested.
Yeah. But again, we just want to know why, because that's important. Because it does make a difference in the level of what happens.
Nobody. I ain't even worried about it.
The why? You ain't worried about the case at all? Ain't that big a deal?
No. What evidence?
It's largely based on witnesses, people that know you.
Like I said, I ain't do it, so I have my day in court.
Yeah.
I can see it.
But do you don't?
I ain't do it.
Is it possible that again the drinking, maybe you don't remember anything?
No.
Is that a possibility?
I ain't do it, sir.
All right. Well, listen, it's not personal. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't want you to think it is. But you do got a good memory. I gotta give you that. You got a good memory.
Once again, fed up with Chris's lies, these detectives step out, bring in the detectives who worked Marcus's case, ready to take a much less patient approach.
We worked on that case.
Mm-hmm.
And, we worked on it for a while. We talked to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're going to have to deal with these charges that you got to deal with. And I'm telling you, man, you can't walk into court and you do what you want to do. Because, we work homicide. That's all we do, homicide. I mean, we work suspicious deaths and stuff like that. But, with homicide, we work on all the homicides that happen in the city of Rochester. So we just didn't drag you down here for nothing. And I'm telling you, when you deal with this later on, and you're going to have to deal, now it sounds like you have to deal with 2. Dude, that's going to be a hard time. You can't walk in there and be like, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Because you're going to look like a cold-blooded, and they don't like that. If something happened, dude, you got to explain it. Because later on, when they ask us, what did he tell you? Well, that's not what he told us. And who do you think they're going to believe? You got to deal with this anyway. It ain't going away.
I ain't worried about it, sir.
I know, but we know you were there. We know you had a problem with Marcus.
I ain't had no problem with Marcus. I never seen that man before.
Wait,
I read the report.
You burnt the house your kids was in?
It didn't burn. It was like this. to the floor. That was it.
You threw a Molotov cocktail, didn't you?
No. Hell no. I had a gas can. That shit was like this. That's it.
Your kids was inside?
No, it was just the back porch. I only did it like it's scared.
Well, it got out of hand, right?
Nah. This was the damage right here. From here, right here on the porch. On the back patio. That's it. I got 5 years for that.
Well, why they look at you?
I just told you, sir.
Yeah, but your girl said you did it too. She led the police to you. That's how they got to you. They just didn't put you in.
So all I'm saying is, they didn't have nothing. They just questioned me. I had guilt because my kids was in there.
So in that other case, you feel that the only reason why you got in trouble was because you admitted to it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to jail.
So you don't think even if you walked in there and said, I don't know nothing, you don't think you still would have got arrested?
No.
So you don't think you would have got convicted?
I wouldn't have got arrested.
You think that all that they had
They didn't have
was
nothing.
your statement?
That's it. I convicted myself. They had nothing. They had nothing. At the table,
So what you
how
want-
you
Yeah,
talking
but,
to me?
your girl told them
But
you
just
did it.
That's not good enough because nobody's seen me.
That's not what she said. That's not what I read.
so now let me just get this right though. But so you learned from that last case that if you don't say you did it, you wouldn't have got in trouble.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not even comparing it to this. I'm just talking about that case. I don't even want to talk about it.
This is what I'm gonna tell you, Chris. I know you were there. I know you had a problem with that guy, and I know something happened. He wound up dead. And, you know, people are saying you did it. And you're going to have to deal with it. And I know the evidence that we have is strong. You wouldn't be saying
Y'all ain't got no evidence. Y'all just got people saying. That's all y'all got.
What more you need?
Huh?
What more you need?
What I'm saying is, sir, right?
But I'm saying, why would people blame it on you if you're not responsible?
Hold on. People do that.
No, they don't. No, they don't. That's TV shit. That don't happen in the real world. Very, very. Even if somebody said you did it, and we looked at everything, and I've had that before. You're right. People have given me the wrong person before, but by 2-3 days a week, I figure that shit out. I'm like, all right, it happened on every homicide we go on. You get there, people give you like the wrong name. They'll say like, yeah, it's black. It's this dude. Okay, 2-3 days later, it ain't that guy.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. I mean, I ain't bragging, but we're good at what we do. We're professionals. We figured it out. This is the real deal. This ain't gonna go lock up somebody. We lose our lives, man. We'd be sued if we just go around and start locking up people because somebody said they did it.
Uh-huh.
We wouldn't be in this unit. So you take your time. That happens all the time. We get there, and you just listen. Well, what happened? So, it's just this guy. And 2-3 days later, it's not that guy. You know who it is? You get the right guy. Most guys come up here. I always tell guys. I know guys are like, man, don't talk to the police, man. That's bullshit. If you didn't do something wrong and there's a reason, I'm telling you, you have to tell it right now. If you don't, by the time you get down the road, that shit don't matter, man. You fight an uphill battle because you ain't gonna take the stand definitely and try and explain shit. You're right. You gonna let some lawyer talk for you? No, you. Besides taking your money, he wasn't there, and he can't tell a story better than you can tell it. What he's gonna say, he's gonna try and make sure we did everything right, that we follow all the rules, and that we got to the right person. Dude, you were running around. You were hiding.
Hiding from what?
Hiding from us.
No, I was hiding from parole so they ain't take me back to jail. 14 days.
Dude, man, they letting dudes out of parole left and right, man. You weren't worried about that. I know you. That's at least your worries.
I was.
That's why you cut your
It's
income rate.
summertime, man.
Oh man, summertime, man. You got what? Another month left. Cold, man. You want to get inside. You don't worry about no parole. You know we were on you. You know we were on your heels. You should have came in and talked about it. Explain it if you didn't do it.
I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling y'all right now.
I know, but it's too late.
It ain't too late. It ain't too late.
I know, but you're here.
I know. I'm here, and
I know, but
I'm not. Listen, right? I'm not going to lose no sleep. I'm not going to stress.
See,
I'm not worried.
Then you had the problem last night. That's why you're here, and that's why it's going to look bad for you. You know, because now you probably could have dealt with, you know, what me and Matt were talking about on 6th Street. Just one thing happened. You know, okay, they said I did it. I didn't do it. I could probably deal with that. Now you got to deal with what happened on Roycroft. That's a hump to get over, and anybody will tell you that. You know that deep down because you've been through the system. You know that, man, and you've been upstate and you talk to cats up there, so you know.
Yeah, but you gotta prove that I did this and I did not do it. You gotta prove it. Period.
In July 2023, Christopher Williams Jr. was sentenced to 23 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of post-release supervision, after pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter for the July 2022 killing of Marcus Bennett. He was originally charged with second-degree murder, but accepted a plea deal to avoid trial. That wasn't the end of it, however. Williams still faces a separate second-degree murder charge for the August 2022 killing of Kenneth Johnson. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.